It like being around DMX?
DMX was dangerous, man.
Straight up like that. Whoever don't like it, bring it, nigga. Bring it. I don't. Bring it. Bring it.
You ever hear a story so wild, so chaotic, that it makes you question if reality even has a rulebook? Well, buckle up, because what I'm about to spill isn't just your average music industry teats, a full-blown hurricane of chaos, power, and pure DMX energy that shook the streets of Los Angeles to their core. Picture this. One of hip-hop's most unpredictable legends rolls into a city where certain crews expect artists to check in. A city where disrespect can get you jumped, robbed, or worse. Now, imagine DMX, the man who could snatch chains, throw punches mid-show, and make 30 bodyguards look like extras, deciding that, oh no, he's not playing by any.
This nigga crew running behind him to stop this nigga. So I'm like, whoever this nigga is, he official. They ain't want no smoke with this.
What was it like being around DMX?
DMX was dangerous, man. When you around him, he's like, you don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Very unpredictable.
Anyone's rules. Can you see it? The tension, the fear, the chaos bubbling just below the surface as every move he makes sends shockwaves through the industry. Fans thought they knew DMX, but when the LA Crips tried to flex their muscle, they quickly learned this was a storm they could not contain. And that, my friends, is just the beginning of a story so insane, so larger than life, that you'll be questioning if Hollywood itself could even script it. Stay with me, because once we dive into the scandal, you'll see why DMX wasn't just making music, he was rewriting the rules of respect, power, and survival in the heart of LATHE, streets of Los.
When I go to Chicago, I respect Chicago. Wholeheartedly, I check in. When I go to Atlanta, I check in. And I don't think nobody is safe. I know dudes right now from LA who are actual gang members who have been robbed for their jewelry. The United States of America and all these countries have what is called airspace. If you invade their airspace with a plane, they consider that an act of war. You can choose not to, and it's gonna be a problem. If dudes come and you move it in a certain way, if you choose not to check in.
Los Angeles had never seen anything like the storm that DMX brought with him when he touched down in the city. And from the moment he arrived, tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. Rumors swirling faster than traffic on the freeway as the LA Crips, notorious for their check-in rules for visiting artists, reportedly waited for him like hawks circling their prey, expecting compliance, expecting submission, but what they got instead was pure, raw chaos. DMX's eyes burning with intensity, energy radiating from him like a live wire ready to ignite, and it became immediately clear that nobody, not a single person, could intimidate him or dictate the rules of engagement. And the stories started pouring in, some from alleged eyewitnesses, some from sources whose names were too scared to appear on record, all agreeing that this was unlike anything the city had ever witnessed, a hurricane wrapped in flesh with an aura that could make grown men second-guess their own courage. And it began with a gas station encounter where, according to reports, a man stepped inside, flashing a chain like he owned the block, only to have DMX snatch it in front of stunned onlookers. A move so quick and fearless that the entire scene froze in disbelief. No hesitation, no words, just action. A clear message that disrespect would not be tolerated. And then there were stories of Aries Spears, who allegedly found himself cornered in a locker room with 30 men surrounding them, forming an impenetrable wall. Tension so thick you could feel it in the air as DMX confronted him about impressions he didn't like. His voice low, dangerous, commanding attention. And when Aries attempted to smooth things over by offering a copy of his CD, DMX allegedly looked him dead in the eyes and said, "Come to my hotel later. Let me hear it. If it's good, cool. If it's not," and then reportedly pulled out a razor blade from under his tongue. A terrifying display of control and unpredictability that froze everyone in the room. A moment that allegedly made Aries decide immediately that no hotel meeting would happen, while on another stage, Jay Pharoah reportedly got caught in the middle of DMX's uncontainable energy when the rapper, hyped beyond measure, threw punches in the air with such intensity that Jay was—
Me and him at Big Pun in Brooklyn. And after the show, we stopped at the gas station. Meanwhile, the whole crowd was just going, "Stop, shut him down, open up, chop, oh." Like, DMX was crazy.
That Jay was accidentally hit in the face, proving once again that DMX's presence alone created chaos no one could contain. And the list of stories continued with Memphis Bleek, who allegedly watched in awe as DMX sprinted across a Miami beach to confront Mace, moving with a fearlessness and disregard for hierarchy that stunned onlookers. And the tension only grew when DMX's path crossed with Corrupt, a West Coast rapper connected to the Crips and managed by Big U, with a reputation and crew meant to command respect. But DMX did not bow. He did not care about titles, affiliations, or territory, moving purely on instinct and pride, sparking rumors of threats, diss tracks, and even deadly encounters, including the infamous shooting at Echo Sound Studios that left security and rappers injured, immediately fueling whispers about DMX's potential involvement due to the timing and his legendary temperament. While Corrupt had dropped the diss track, calling out names allegedly aimed directly at DMX, throwing gasoline on a fire already simmering in the industry, the streets buzzing with speculation as fans in
stage, right? And we doing Party Up and we killing it, you know what I'm saying? DMX accidentally snuffs me. That's some real shit. I was like, wow, this nigga's knuckles is hard as a motherfucker.
DMX accidentally.
He accidentally snuffed me.
How?
Is he just
going
No,
out
look.
like,
1, 2, now. He hit me.
Insiders and anonymous sources debated every move, every lyric, every glance, and through it all, DMX remained silent, letting the tension, the fear, and the anticipation do the talking, proving that sometimes power and respect are earned not through words or threats, but through sheer presence and action. And with every report, every leaked story, every rumor, it became clear that this was more than music industry drama. It was a test of survival, ego, and dominance. A real-life saga that would ripple through Los Angeles, through the rap world, and through the legacy of DMX, a man who refused to bow, refused to comply, and refused to be anything less than an unstoppable force. The tension only escalated as the streets, the clubs, and the music industry collectively held their breath. Every move DMX made analyzed and dissected as rumors swirled faster than sirens in the night, with whispers that he had been spending time around Foxy Brown while she was still associated with Corrupt, setting off a powder keg of jealousy, betrayal, and street politics that turned every hallway, studio, and hotel lobby into a potential battlefield. And insiders claimed that Corrupt's crew, already on edge from the diss track calling out names, reportedly began strategizing countermeasures, hiring additional security, and monitoring every corner of Los Angeles like it had suddenly become a war zone, while the public, oblivious to the full picture, watched headlines explode with speculative outrage, online forums lit up with debates, and fans of both camps passionately argued over loyalty, respect, and who had the right to claim dominance. All the while DMX moved like a shadow of unpredictability, appearing where least expected, his presence alone turning casual encounters into near-mythical moments. And sources alleged that during a backstage meet, DMX's energy caused several industry veterans to step back in disbelief, a mix of fear and awe gripping them as he spoke with an authority that could not be questioned. His growl, his stare, his actions all reinforcing the idea that this was a man who refused to negotiate on terms dictated by anyone, and the rumors of his influence and reach grew to almost cinematic proportions, with alleged sightings of him confronting rival crews in parking lots, restaurants, and even recording studios, where anonymous eyewitnesses claimed he dismantled intimidation with nothing more than his reputation, presence, and sheer force of will, while the music itself became a weapon. Tracks like Party Up, blasting through clubs and radio stations with hidden layers of warning, clever jabs, and unmistakable references aimed at those who dared to challenge him. Lyrics dissected by fans and insiders alike, who swore they could hear the story.
Wait till I catch you, nigga. So you know me, I'm in the back seat like, what happened between him and Mace? Like, who is this nigga? And nobody in this nigga crew running behind him.
They could hear the story of LA's street politics encoded in every line, every growl, every beat, and as if the tension wasn't enough, public opinion became a whirlwind. Some hailing DMX as the unstoppable king of respect and fear, others questioning the violent undertones and the potential for real-world consequences. And industry insiders allegedly leaked that multiple label executives were nervously monitoring his movements, concerned that any misstep could escalate into legal scrutiny or public relations nightmares, while behind closed doors, the whispers of possible retaliation, legal probes, and street-level chaos grew louder, painting a picture of an industry teetering on the edge of disaster. Yet DMX remained unshaken, refusing to engage in pointless feuds through public statements, letting his music and actions speak louder than press releases or interviews. And according to some reports, Corrupt attempted to regain control, releasing follow-up tracks and public statements that tried to downplay the situation while still subtly flexing his own influence. But the streets and the fans had already made their judgments, the momentum clearly favoring DMX, who by now had become not just a rapper but a symbol of untouchable dominance, a living testament to how reputation, fearlessness, and instinct could bend the narrative in your favor. And even as the chaos continued,
give you back what he always been, a beast on the mic with the vocals that can't nobody touch. He gonna make you go get the dictionary to understand every word he just spit.
So was you an issue actually over her?
Totally.
Oh, so her ex was messing with her when y'all together?
Totally. Then she took one of my concepts. We were making a record called The Dog of the Fox.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
DMX allegedly continued performing with the same explosive energy, throwing punches in the air, growling at the crowd, and making moments that were rumored to be spontaneous turn into legendary tales retold across the country, each story reinforcing the myth that this was a man who could not be caged, controlled, or intimidated, whose every move sent shockwaves through an industry desperate for stability but incapable of taming a force like him. And while some argued that the situation would spiral into uncontrollable violence, others marveled at the strategic brilliance of letting reputation, timing, and artistry carry the weight of influence. And in the end, the saga of DMX confronting the LA Crips, the diss tracks, the rumors, the alleged shootings, and the street-level fear and respect became a defining moment in hip-hop history, proving that when DMX showed up, the rules were rewritten, the power dynamics shifted, and the city of Los Angeles, the music industry, and the fans were all forced to acknowledge one undeniable truth. DMX wasn't backing down, and nobody could stop him. So now that you've heard the chaos, the wild energy, and the stories that barely scratch the surface of what DMX brought to the streets of Los Angeles, the question is simple: what do you think really went down behind the scenes? And who came out on top when the smoke cleared? Was it raw talent, fearlessness, and sheer presence, that one? Or did street politics and crew affiliations almost tip the scales? The truth is, nobody really knows. And that's why this story keeps the city buzzing years later, sparking debates, speculation, and late-night conversations about respect, loyalty, and power in the world of hip-hop. And here's where you come in. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Tell us what you think about DMX's legendary confrontations, the diss tracks, and the infamous rumors that shook the industry. Did he bend the rules, rewrite the game, or just leave chaos in his wake? Hit that like button if you're as shocked and amazed as we are. And make sure to subscribe for more stories that pull back the curtain on the streets, the industry, and the legends you thought you knew. Because the truth is always wilder than the rumor. And trust me, you won't want to miss the next explosive story we uncover. Turn on that notification bell. Stay tuned, and let's keep peeling back the layers of history, one scandal at a time.